It's rehearsal time for the oldest brass band in the Welsh Valleys. We're in the ultimate Labour heartland, where the party is in people's DNA.
We come from a working class family and we've always voted Labour, really.
But are some beginning to change their tune?
I think voting for Labour might be a lost vote. I think a lot of the Labour voters are going to sway to Conservatives.
And how does that make you feel?
Pretty uncomfortable, knowing that all my life and all my family have always voted for Labour.
So what's happening? The Tories want to capitalise on huge support for Brexit in the valleys and across much of Wales, and a growing disillusionment with Labour. The Labour leader of the devolved Assembly knows even his hometown is under threat.
We have a mountain to climb, we know that. Mountains are there to be climbed. I don't believe at all that people in Wales have suddenly fallen in love with the Tories given what they did to us in the 80s and 90s.
But they have fallen out of love with Labour, perhaps?
We've got work to do, there's no question about that.
While Welsh Labour is putting Carwyn, not Corbyn, front and centre of their campaign, for the Tories it's all about Theresa May.
There can only be two people who can walk into number 10 Downing Street on June the 9th. We want to play our part in returning a record number of Conservative MPs, but we know it's a lot of hard work ahead of us. We take nothing for granted, and ultimately, if people want a strong and stable government, they need to vote for Theresa May.
On the South Wales coast, the message is cutting through for some.
I think that she is a very good Prime Minister, I feel. Much better than anybody else. I mean, Jeremy Corbyn, well, it'll be a total disaster.
And I think Theresa May's fantastic. I've even gone grey in support.
But many Labour voters have long memories of an economy shattered after the end of mining and on matters like the health service.
There's only one way out I would vote, and that's Labour. I mean, people forget that Labour brought the NHS into existence, and the Tories fought claw and fist against it.
So what of the other parties? UKIP have been a strong force in Wales. They'll be trying to hang on to voters targeted by the Tories. The Lib Dems will be hoping their Remain message gives them success in places that didn't vote to leave. And Plaid Cymru say only they can fight to regain money Wales will lose by leaving the EU.
And that's £680 million, which will have a devastating effect on key industries like farming and other industries as well. If we lost that, it's up to Plaid Cymru to hold the Tories to account for the promises that were made ahead of that Brexit referendum, and hold them to account we will.
But Plaid won only 3 of 40 seats last time. The real race is between red and blue. After a century of Labour dominance, the Tories could be back in the running. Tessa Chapman, 5 News, South Wales.